something through.
Hello, folks. Welcome back for another episode of Our Journeys. We are kicking things off with Leechum894. I decided to jump on. I wasn't going to do this today. This is Saturday. Wasn't going to do it, but then there were like 18 people on, and I was like, oh my gosh, so many people were on. I got to take advantage. And then now I got on and there's 13. So somebody got the word out that I was on the prowl for matches, and everybody scattered. But that's okay. I'm sure we'll scrape it together. Leechum right now is the only one at this moment out of those 13, is the only one who's playing a game. I'm happy to spectate him regardless, but that happened to be a thing there. Playing, interesting, a werewolf deck in archer colors instead of warrior. So a little bit of a variation there. Leechum894 sitting at rank number 1, or in the thief. So in a good position here, with about half the month to go, easily going to crack into legendary. So I don't know if this is the deck that carried him to this point. That's always a conundrum when you see somebody doing really well. You're not entirely sure where the success came from. Whether it came from the deck they're actually playing, or if they're like, look, I got to this far, I'm gonna try something a little bit different. Because werewolves typically are not. The Nords must take back. They're just not they're not consistent enough. At least in my personal experience, the way I've always played them. Even with, I think Sea City gave me somebody gave me. Well, one of many people gave me a really good werewolf deck, but even that one had limited efficacy, at least the way I was running it. So he's up against Lake Tread JK, or Lake Tre, the Immortal. We should call him the Immortal. Also in the Thief, and it looks like, I don't know. I see treasure hunt. I see crabs.
That was my mistake.
Fair enough.
I am ready to join the circle.
Come on, Dad. Entertain me.
Both of a pretty formidable board here. Leechum certainly with the health advantage. All his creatures in shadow. So Lake is going to have to break those runes in order to get to the good stuff. And yeah, I think he's just hoping to close it out next turn.
Interruptions.
Did you hear that?
Fascinating turn of events here. Both at 16 health now. Let's see. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At best, 12. At best. So yeah, I think Leechum just punching face, going, okay, I'll make you win it against my prophecies. 8, 10, 11, 15. Okay. I don't know that Lake has lethal on board. Yeah, he does. What am I talking about? Easily.
This might be handy.
All right, Leechum just hoping for a prophecy, something to stop. Oh, looks like he's going to be able to skip that rune, though. Yep. Alrighty. So Leechum had a little bit of salt in the wound there. Lake didn't need to add that extra assault on. All right, we're in the thick of things here. TuskShadows and Todd Bringer 1, 2, 3. Two very active folks in the Discord. And always happy to find some friendly matches and test out their decks, test out what new shenanigans they've got going. And let's see. Not really sure what.
If they don't want trouble.
I keep a spare blade in my boot.
So obviously when you see Arcane Enchanter, you know it's a weapon-oriented deck, but it's very peculiar to see that in Mage colors because Mage just doesn't have a ton of weaponry in the classic sense. Obviously Heirloom Greatsword, great card to have. I like to run a one of in that. It just throws things off unless you can silence it. It just keeps keeps going through a circulation. So any creature you have on the board is a potential big hitter. TuskShadows running, is that makeshift defenses or imaginary defenses? Illusionary wall, there you go. Feasting Hunger, Dark Rebirth, Strange Brew, Rig of Namira.
Name it.
We'll call it
I'll
fresh.
forge it.
We'll call it fresh. I really am not entirely sure what we're looking at here. But again, that's what this is for. Friendly matches. You're testing it out, saying, hey, I'm trying something new. I'm trying something different. I want to see how well it works out. I want to see if there's any consistency in the deck, etc. and so on. Right now, Todd definitely has the advantage, I would say, on board. Because we know what he's got in his hand as well. He's going to be able to take out... so he's draining for a little more life, but he still just has that 3-1 on the board. Todd's going to be able to take out the queen and the goofy-looking... What is that? I mean, I know it's Feasting Hunger, but I don't know. It's creepy. That's all we're going to say about it. Our trades in both, and instead of using the dagger, so perhaps he has something else in mind for that. You know, there are certain cards that only function or get their perk when a neutral card is on the board, so maybe that's what that... Between that and the ship, like everybody on the board now is going to have that neutral, so I wonder if he's running... I can't remember what it is in these colors. I know in Endurance, it makes it like an 8/8, I think. It's a 4/4 that becomes an 8/8 if there's a neutral card in play. So I don't know what the equivalent is, or if Todd's even running for that. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe it's a Sparksmith combo. Sparksmith combo.
Feels like my work never ends.
Nicely done.
Yep. See, nice and friendly. And a nice little combo going off. Doesn't have enough magic for the rest. TuskShadows. Oof. What kind of platform? It's the Piercing Javelin. It sucks. You know, he hit with his big creatures first. The 5/4 is probably the ideal target, but then you take another 6 damage. And he goes for that, which I can totally understand. He's taken away the combo aspect of it. Unfortunately, though, he's so removed. I don't think he's got a way to... Cruel Fire Bloom. We'll get rid of 1. And that's it. He has really no creatures to play, unfortunately, this particular moment.
This was a worthy
So
contest.
he can play Prankster. He can do Cruel Fire Bloom. But if it takes out the Blacksmith, that is a sad Fire Bloom indeed. Strange Brew, see what's going on. What does that give him? Oh, Supreme Atromancer at turn 8. Or is an 8 cost. That would be fantastic if he was able to survive to late game, but it does not look like that's going to be the case. TuskShadows goes down, Todd Bringer victorious. All right, we are joining a little bit late here, but we are joining Brave Caryod against Bananaschwob, another friendly match. Trying out their particular brand of shenanigans. Okay, so this is not Transmogrify. And I don't think it's
Watch
Chook.
yourself now.
So I'm not sure. I have no foresight going into this. I haven't been prepped as to what exactly they're playing. I just saw these two friends going at it.
To oblivion with you.
And it looks like Banana definitely has the advantage. Although Frostscale Dragon's going to be huge. Would almost wipe out the entire board were it not for the 2-1 having a ward on him. Damn. Oof. Almost complete devastation there. Banana's going to be able to hit for 7. Gets Brave down to 7. Doesn't really have a way to drain or heal. Interesting to know exactly what deck this is. I mean, it's obviously Covenant. I'm not sure what she's running. And I'm not sure what Banana's running. Obviously not Dragons, which is a little bizarre. I have to reach out to him, make sure he's okay. Because, yeah. I mean, there's got to be a dragon somewhere. Oh, and that is a stat only. Ooh! Does she hit? Okay, no, she's gonna let
This one thanks you.
Earthbone hit her for 1 more. She thanks him for the game.
Fortune
Okay, Reverberating Strike, unfortunately not going to reverberate enough. Murkwater Witch, probably the only one worth the darn is gives her a guard, and it's going to allow her to take out that 3-1 over in the field lane. Let's see. And it blocks the 1-1 temporarily. Reverberating Strike takes out the 2-1. So she is technically still alive on board. She may use Spirit Knife. I don't know. You know, she's fishing for answers. Mage's Guild Retreat, too expensive for what she's got to spend. So she'll use that one to stay alive for the next turn. Unless Bananaschwob has some kind of way to buff up his Harpy there. Or, he apparently does.
May the fates smile.
Abner Tharn, he's going to trigger the 1-1 and ping her in the face for lethal. Alright, sorry folks, just had a quick bit of massaging I needed to do. Todd shackling TuskShadows.
I'll forge it.
Equivalent in hand. Oh, you know what? Oh, it was! Okay, so for everybody's reference, that was Covenant Transmog. I totally called that incorrectly. It didn't look like a Transmog deck. And I might say so. Cruel Fire Bloom. Partially, the part of the cruelty is it was not a great Fire Bloom. Okay, puts the 4-1 down there just to
me.
Okay, there we go. That makes a lot more sense. I was like, wait, why would you put the 4-1 down? You know that's going to be the easy trade. So we might see Gavel the Ordinator come down. Allows her to stay alive. Might have played the Gardener of Swords first, although Gavel the Ordinator doesn't really... Doesn't synergize very well with Gardener. I mean, if you're just playing him raw like that, because obviously the effect goes away. Conjure Spirit. Okay, so Tusk is running a heal to deal damage deck, which makes more sense than why we saw Ring of Nimir and everything. We were just seeing a very odd part of his deck when we happened to queue into it.
Discovery. I know just what to do with this.
I mean, the crazy thing about the Dominion, the heal to deal, and like especially the Dominion combo is if it goes right, it's this very I don't know how to put it, efficient combination where it allows you to heal while also continuing to do damage. It's not just, oh, I'm going to heal for a bunch and then run out of cards. It's obviously he's going to spawn another doggo after this. And he's continuing his damage output there while continuing to heal, which is usually the weak point of this. So Todd is on the back foot here, and unfortunately, of course, I queued into it incorrectly. I should have been doing it where we could see both sides of it. We could see what Tusk has in his hand.
I tend the sharpest looking lawn in these eyes.
But without a shackle, which we know Todd does not have, he's definitely facing quite an onslaught here.
You vexed me for the last time.
Obviously, the elusive Ring of Nimira is not in TuskShadows' hand, otherwise he would have certainly played it this time. But it's still able to spawn another doggo. Todd going to be able to firebolt one of the doggos, kill off the Reaver. Is that Reaver? Is that what it's called? Reeve. Battle Reeve. TuskShadow not really having to worry too much about his health, although the Crucible's blacksmith is Crucible? Sparksmith. Goodness gracious. She's the Crucible blacksmith. Okay.
Name it. I'll forge it.
So Todd with a lot of options here. No healing. His primary tactic, I think, at this point is just going to be removal. Trying to remove. And Tusk is really going to have to try. Okay, he didn't go face there, so clearly... Okay, he wants to be able to trigger And it looks like he will be able to trigger another set of doggos. Todd does not have a support removal at this point, and is continuing to whittle away at that health total, that health surplus that Tusk had. I'm going to do this at some point. I wanted to do it with, and I still do. Ooh, boy, what a combo there. And now he's actually starting to get into the danger zone. Look at all that. Holy cow, look at Todd just firing away with his Spark. Doggone it, Spark Smith. And Tusk is now in a little bit of trouble here. First rune broken, draws blood for the first time, and with a heck of a board. I mean, this is a we will finish you off next turn board right here. Easily finish you off next turn. Wow, look at that. What a heck of a combo. My gosh, with two of those. I don't know what Tusk has up his sleeve. If we could see his cards, it would be helpful, obviously. I mean, he just needs... Wow! Wow! I mean, that doesn't save him. Unfortunately, it killed off everything but really the two biggest cards. I mean, yeah, this is going to be a heck of a game here because he's going to be able to stabilize a little bit here. Does he have a 4-drop? I mean, this is going to be big. Helpful. Not... I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. It does contest the 6-2. The 6-2, though, does have... Oh, wait, what am I talking about? Heirloom Greatsword puts him at 12. Gavel and Tome. Or Sydney Courier. And that with the Gavel is going to do it. And Todd with a heck of a comeback. Great decks from both. A lot of fun to watch. But Todd just able to chomp away at that life total in 2 turns. Okay, we have joined the action with Jshadz up against the wall a little bit, facing off against a pretty formidable board, but he's down to 14 health. However, against Chris Topaz, who is ranked 31, Jshadz at 136. It seems unfathomable, like when you see Jshadz at 136, to know that there was a season, when he was having a hard time just breaking out of rank 4. And now, right, and here he's in the mix for top 100. It's phenomenal. It's great to see. Let's see, and he's got Tascat and Swift Strike that'll be online in a couple turns, so he's got 12 damage right out of hand. Gonna deploy Tascat. Oh, he ignores the little Gobbo, says, I don't care about you, Gobbo dude. I'm just going for face. And really, we know with Swift Strike, he can end it all here. I mean, this will be the shortest game ever. I'm guessing he's got it. Chris Topaz has a finish off. Or a Leaf Lurker. He does have the Leaf Lurker. Aha, he says. And down goes Tascad. Does Chris have a way to deal with the other 4? He does not. We are probably going to see an Unstoppable Rage in the Shadow Lane. A Razzle-Madazzle-Madazzle-Madazzle is not going to be enough.
Try something.
Oh, you will be with a Swift Strike, of course. Duh. Nicely done, Jshadz. Wow, quick turn of events there. Fastest game I've ever seen. Nicely done, and Jshadz is going to leap up from 136 to something less than 136. We are joining CardSharkCharlie. I feel like I was going to mess that up. In the mix, in the middle of things, in the mix. You know what I'm trying to say, I think. Let's see, against Eldlinks. Let's see, the perfect.
We'll see how they like.
And this is okay. This is a gauntlet. Let me see. What is the clover? Lucky maybe. Creature summoned here, gain a random keyword. Okay. So that is the lucky gauntlet. Oh, really? Is that what we're? I mean, we see 2 scamps and. Wait. How are we seeing what's in Edlink's hand? Edlinks, do I know you? Are we friends? That feels like a jerk thing to say. I mean, obviously I should know, but I don't think I clicked on the right icon to be able to see your... Oh, no, you know what? That's one of those things where he spawned the card, so CardSharkCharlie knows what Edlinks has in his hand, and as viewers, so do we. Manic-Jack.
Behold, my magnificent monster.
Would you just look at his magnificent monster? It is magnificent as heck. All the keywords there. So a great deck composition from CardSharkCharlie. These two are neck and neck, pretty much equal. The rally in the field lane is a bit worrisome for CardSharkCharlie. He doesn't have an answer for it at the moment. And that's just going to keep buffing up something in Edlink's hands. Hand. I mean, in theory he has two hands, but...
The Mages Guild gave this one a home.
It really is amazing and preposterous just how many deck types and gauntlets people find an excuse or a reason to run invade. Alright, so Edlink's just kind of putting it all out there, which gives CardSharkCharlie the advantage. Now he knows what he's dealing with exactly. He's going to be able to take out that gate if that is his main concern at the moment, which I'm not sure it is. Well, he can take out both. And break through. Alright, so that's going to be a little spicy. Going to be able to do 1 damage there to the face. Takes out the 2-1. The chef.
Let's knock some heads.
Pulls a forward camp, I would imagine. Does pull a forward camp. And Cygnus Standard Bearer is going to be huge next turn. He is going to take some damage here, but probably not as much as Edlinks wants to give. I mean, it's certainly Charlie is in a bit of a tough spot here. This is not an easy thing, but unless Edlinks is playing, one of those big late game cards that you have to worry about, I don't know that. I think Charlie's going to be able to stabilize from this.
A new dawn is rising.
Alright, so... Ooh, Encano. Premium Encano, no less. Fantastic pickup for Charlie. Charlie! Like to match Charlie. Highly recommend that movie. So I Married an Axe Murder. If you haven't seen it. Ooh, great. Great bit of RNG there.
I'll put them to shame. Don't count me out yet.
Ready to move out.
And daggers all around. Daggers for everyone. So Edlink's now decidedly in a very rough position. He's going to be able to get rid of those 2 guards. Does Charlie break the rune? He does not. He probably will want to before he spawns the next, before he puts up his next support, so that he gets those values out of the 4/2s.
I will not have this.
Yeah, and Edlinks, I've been in that position many times. You're going, okay, I gotta hit face, not because I necessarily want to, because that's the only thing that's really, like I've got to break those runes, and of course unfortunately he's not going to be able to with that 5/3 on the board. She does. Oh, and there it is. Okay, so we're going to see him break a rune here. He's probably just going to go for broke. No! Okay. I thought he's looking to clear the board, I suppose. I mean, he does have regen in that lane, so he's playing it safe. He's playing it smart. But all he has to do is break 1 rune. And unfortunately, he's got his left lane full, so he doesn't want to put Elixir down just yet. He wants...
Jshadz is done
Yep,
for.
yep. We joined Kfluffy.npo-Friends playing in an arena versus arena game, his forte as it were. And here we see, so Vitiluga, to their credit, is sitting at is in the Atronach at rank 2. However, Kfluffy.npo is legitimately rank 2. And we can see, even though he was, at the moment we joined in, at a bit of a disadvantage right now between his board and what he has in his hand. Ah, okay. Gotcha. I mean, it's far from over.
Be silent.
But this is why. I'm guessing we're going to get see that shear point go down. You do not want that on the board. Even in constructed, definitely. But even in non-constructed, you just never know when your opponent's going to have those synergistic curses and things. Kfluffy gets punished, trying to make a little bit of a push, trying to even up the score. We'll see how effective Vitiluga's. Interesting. Decides he does not want to thwart
I'll take you all down with me.
either one of those. All right. So we got lethal against lethal, Frostbite Spider against Thieves Guild Recruit. Vitiluga can do 5. At this point, though, I'd be very reluctant to break that last to break another rune and give Kfluffy another card to work with. But he doesn't really have a whole lot of choice. He can't, and that's the great thing. That's when you see that pivot point. That is so crucial because it really puts them in a tough spot. If Kfluffy had kind of said, okay, no, I'm gonna hold back, I'm gonna wait, and try to stabilize or try to drain, get his bloodline out cast online, then Vitiluga could just attack face and not have to worry about whether or not what Kfluffy has on the board. But because he's been able to push in and he has lethal on board right now,
I have the marsh in my veins.
and it looks like he's going to be able to finish it off here. That's 9.
Be silent.
He has exact lethal on board. He has a cast into time to take care of a Prophecy Guard that comes down. Ooh, giant Frostbite Spider. But no, Kfluffy is just going to take it. Exact lethal. Just like that. That is the Maestro. And happily, Brave Caryad has decided she is going to,
Bright moons light your path.
happily we are going to get to see Brave Caryad do some laddering. Well, it's arena-ing. Climbing the arena ladder, I guess. As you can see, she is rank 4. She has reached the lady. She is trying to get to legendary in arena. I don't know if she's really trying to do it this season in particular, but she wants to stay in the mix. Obviously, she has got to the point now where she won't be set back. I'm guessing arena works the same way that the ladder does, or once you've reached rank 4, you don't go back down. So she has drafted her cards. Got a nice shiny Martin Septim there in hand. And these are the kind of wacky hijinks that you're only going to see in arena. Fabricate, suppress. I mean, just with a hand like that,
Skyrim.
opts to go for. I mean, I'm guessing she has nothing in the discard yet. Yeah, nothing in the discard. The Berserker is a complete waste without that. So I think she's hoping for a trade here with 3/1, so she can put down a nice beefy 4/4 Berserker next turn, and maybe even ring out a Fabricate. I'm guessing not. No need to rush it at this particular point. Up against Vitiluga, hero of the people, who's currently in the Atronach.
You die.
It's been fun.
Does get the trade she was looking for, and this is going to be great. It'll set up unless something, goes afoul. Doesn't even have to use a ring. The Riften Pillager is sacrificed in order to make the Berserker Berserky. And she is using the ring. Okay, so she got the silence out right off the jump, and I'm guessing is going to get the 4-cost custom fabricant, so she has something good to play next turn. She does. What does she end up with? Ward. Okay, great call. Don't know what the choices were exactly, but I think a ward is good all around. If she was at a huge point deficit or in danger of it, I could see perhaps a drain, but
You die.
all right. Vitiluga clearly doesn't have a finish off. If he has a Leaf Lurker, obviously it's too early to use it. So he is just crapping his pants right now, facing down that 4/4. But we will see what he has to play there. 4/2, not bad. That is definitely a
May the fates
Serviceable threat.
smile at
Interesting. Interesting to see.
This is where
I think, I'm guessing Vitiluga did that not really to drain necessarily, but just to make his 2-5 an unfavorable trade. Which he does succeed in doing. Might be too early for Martin. Custom Fabricant in the Shadow lane. Yep, it's going to have right now, a clean trade with the Jackal, who has no ward. It's just a Jackal slinking around. Little 4-2. Wow. It's a hard card to get to trigger. So Vitiluga in ooh. That is probably one of the ugliest mutes. That was mute, right? Is it mute? Mute, yeah. Great card in Arena. Great card in general. Gets a lot of play now. Didn't get a lot of play back when it first came out. A lot of players were hating on it, saying it wasn't all that great. But as we saw, it was definitely exactly what Vitiluga needed.
Move along.
Crab comes down. Custom animation. Pinch in the face. Runs off. Of course, now in theory, it's sitting at Vitiluga's hand.
It's been fun, but this is where our little...
So Schwaaard is taking quite a bit of advantage. She is... taking quite a bit of damage here. She is in a precarious spot with no drain that we know of. Now, drain is possible in these colors. Mostly endurance. So I'm not sure if she drafted any. She's definitely going to want to take out that 1-1 in the field lane. Unfortunately, that will... Oh, nice. Okay. Favorable trades here. Locking down that field lane. Getting a nice... Well, I probably would prefer it to be a 1-5 guard. Unable to do anything to the 1-1. She's going to take 3 here. Vitiluga starting to run a little low on cards, but has enough to be deadly, to be dangerous. Depending on what he's got. If he's got 5, 6, 7 cost, it's probably going to be a game changer. If it's less than that, that's a game changer. That's a big deal. Removing the guard from the field lane, opening that up to charges and things of all nature, of all kinds. Brave, unfortunately, does not have a guard. Throws on Lungrim Ogrim and Elderly Matron. Pit Lion, not going to do it either. Hoping for like a giant bat or something. She's going to take another 7 here. And Vitiluga running, obviously, in agility, has options for charge. May very well have a Cliff Racer to end things right now. Does not. But we know it was a heavy green list. I don't think you draft the... Okay, if she finally draws a guard, City Guard, nice card with some of the best effects. I need to make a card of this. It's just really great look with the torchlight and everything going on.
Nobody breaks
And it's going to be just enough, in theory, to hold off lethal on this turn, unless Vitiluga's got another mute. Got something. Moving shadows, and that's it. Unfortunately, exactly what he needed.
Okay.
And Brave is going to lose this first match in the arena. A cruel place. Okay, I really don't know those lines very well. I thought he was going to say only one can win the day. Oh, look at that nice shady Talon Lord. Night Talon Lord. Okay, so Brave actually got to rank 4 in arena today. So she's in a good place, I think.
Light your path.
It's always a relief. Once you hit rank 4, it's kind of a, okay, for folks like us, for folks that aren't perpetually pressing into Legend and are just going, oh, am I going to get top 100 or top 10? I don't know. For the rest of us, that sigh of relief comes when we hit rank 4. And her Daring Cat Purse, is it Cat Purse or Cut Purse? Cut Purse. Cut Purse, yeah. Cat Purse would be a bit on the nose, wouldn't it? Protects her Daring Cut Purse. And is now on the aggressive. Old Rebel, though, all he needs is a halfway decent item on that 2-2, and boy, he's going to wreak havoc. What in the world? Why? Why would you?
Smile and catch it.
I don't know what the heck that's all about. Interesting to see if she trades here. Obviously, that's a great call. You definitely want to take out the 2/2 before he can equip an item. Because that can snowball out of hand really quick. Agrees for discount on the Lungabring Ogrim. She decides I'm going to remove the threats off the board as best as I can versus trying to push that aggro. Typically with like a cat purse with pilfer as a themed deck, if you were running cut purse, sorry, you would want to keep attacking because that's kind of what pilfer does. But in her case, ooh, punished for just the mildest aggression. Let's lose that 3-1. Battle creature. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how, especially in Covenant colors. I think the invade is a feint. I don't think that it's actually a legitimate invasion threat. Although we are seeing some invade. Gonna sacrifice the 1/2. Oh no. Okay, so yeah, that was kind of a not a bad call really. Using it just for something like that. If you know you're gonna do sacrifice, having a gate. Or cards that trigger a gate, in other words, something that will enable a what do we call the sacrifice? Not a consume. The words fail me at the moment, but it makes sense, I guess, in that regard. But when you see the 1/2, the archer come down here, Dermore Archer, it does. Okay. Not the best, not the greatest, though. Good news is Night Talon Lord is going to be online, and as long as Old Rebel's not sitting on a Mummify...
Death will be an honor.
Brave Carryout, making sure that rally gets onto Night Talon Lord. She's going to come down nice and beefy in 2 turns. I'm guessing she's going to save that ring charge so she can bring him out on turn 8. So not next turn, but the turn after. Night Talon will come down. I mean, she's not really doing too bad on health. Old Rebel in a bit of a pickle here. He can't really make a trade with the 3/6. And if he makes a trade with the 7/4, he is going to break a rune and get nothing really else from it. Blue Claw Matron. Why am I not surprised that Raven's running this? And again, falls afoul of Mute. Not as badly as last game. That's kind of a moderate.
Maybe I got time for you, and maybe I don't.
But it's going to give it back. So interesting plays by Old Rebel, I would say. Blue Claw... I was going to try to say that 5 times fast, but I can't even say it one time. Blue Claw Matron. And yet again, wow. Hey, but better that. That sucks. But there's that Mummify that you don't necessarily expect to see in Arena. May never be an option for you. But that could have very well gone to Night Talon Lord had she not triggered that prophecy, because I guarantee it wouldn't be used out of hand the way it was used so frivolously by Old Rebel as a prophecy. Reverberating Strike. Okay, let's lay a nice board here. So Night Talon coming out in the shadow lane. I mean, not the greatest target, particularly with nothing in that lane, unless Old Rebel plays something in that shadow lane. It's not really going to... Oh, wait. Does it have to be in that lane, or can it be anywhere on the board? I don't know. Okay, so he is leaning into the invade a little bit. I'm a little perplexed about this deck composition, to be honest. Doesn't mean it's wrong. No! Can play the Night Talon and Bewildering Speed? I mean, she's got the guard. I'm thinking Windhelm maybe in that field lane to just take some of that damage. I guess, well, he can absorb 4, so he would...
No man can deny his destiny.
Alright, so she will have 10 magic at work. Well, 11 magic at work with next turn. She's got the 1 left over, unless she uses it here. And she does. Okay, so she wanted to block the 4-1 and survive, and she will succeed in doing that. So a good heads-up play there by Brave, I think. As you say, barring a mute. That's fine. Now, the only problem is Old Rebel knows that she's got Night Talon in hand. So he's really going to be trying to close this out. And actually just has to hope. Because right now, it depends on what this card is. Okay.
This day will be mine.
Oh, Fortress Watchman. Huge. She plays that. Plays the guard very happily, I'd imagine. Blades Flanker. Doesn't really need to beef up the 3-1. Doesn't hurt to do so. Okay. Takes out the 3-4. That will allow Old Rebel to get a little bit of breakthrough in, I believe. 4-6. Yeah, he'll be able to get 2. Is he going to hit with the 3-2 first? I would hit with the 2-2, the 1-2, and then the 3-2. Get 2 more damage in there. Looks like that's what he's going to do. Well, same result, different. Keeps an extra creature on the board. Oh! Wow. And it does keep the Night Talon Lord safe. She is going to be able to drain, and we might see a concession from Old Rebel here. And what does that do again? It gives a contract. Draw 2 cards. Does she have to kill it? Does it have to kill it? Choose an enemy creature. Damages. All she has to do is damage. So damage with the 2-4 first to get that 2 card draw. Bam, bam. Hit with Night Talon Lord to get yourself a gate. Huzzah. And yeah, this game is good order there. Good ordering, making sure to get that extra 1 damage on the Orc. And she's in a really good spot now. She's got lethal. Don't want to say the game is over. Old Rebel could have Red Year, but barring that, this game is over. There is no charge.
Shall be ours.
I spoke too well.
You can't win.
Putting up a good showing, but it is not going to be enough. Night Talon Lord is going to be able to close it out without breaking that rune. And Brave Carrion is now 1-1 in the arena.
Hunt.
Nicely done. Good to see. Good to see. Okay, I made the mistake. I queued into Manic-Jack a few minutes ago, and I was like, the game's over with, because it looked like it was over with. But I did not foresee 7 Rash Can. I'm guessing that's supposed to be Trash Can. Being so stalwart. And we saw Mordecai. Well, we didn't get to see it, but Mordecai obviously came down. And this is a game befitting of a top 300 player. Almost top 250.
Everything myself.
Trash Can at 253. Manic-Jack currently in the Thief. Certainly not long for Legend. I mean, I'm guessing he still has this game pretty well in hand. Obviously, he's got his amulets down there. He's got the altar online.
Thank you.
Got a ton of cards in hand. Lots of options for a Telvanni. Deck is going to take out 4-1 and 2 Trash Cans credit. I mean, you don't really see that fellow too often. I double checked just to make sure that I wasn't watching Arena again and not knowing it. And I'm not. This is not Arena. And Trash Can can do nothing but just marvel at the magnificence of Manic-Jack's assault. Haven't really seen a whole lot of Singleton in Guildsworn. I know we just recently saw well, we see often. We see Telvanni Singleton. That's kind of a fan favorite. And I believe Tiago. Tiago is working on a tribunal. Ooh, soul bursts. And even though Nahagleed is immune to the action, he cannot withstand the extra little bit of damage that it did. So maybe he's just forestalling the inevitable. But then again, maybe not. So yeah, so Trashcan, it's got the expertise, which always a fan of seeing. With a motley array of supports there. We got the Corsair ship and all premiums, I would note as well. Not Rimmon, though. Rimmon is not. And have them battle each other. Interesting. Wanting to keep his assassin alive, it would seem. Although he's going to have to alter. Yeah, probably so that he could do the alter, yeah. And unfortunately, for Trashcan, his 3-3 is not long for this world, no matter which way he slices it. If that 5-3 stays alive, unless it is cast into time, I believe that's the only possible way he has to get around that. But Manic-Jack, obviously, with lethal on the board at this particular time. Trashcan with 7 Magicka. Oh, sorry, 12 Magicka. Can he pull off... Again, Red Deer would do it. Ice Storm would be a temporary reprieve. Really any hard removal. Anything that takes that 8/8 off the board. Oh, and there you go. But I think Tinkering... I think Manic-Jack can use Tinkering on anything he wants to. Yeah. He can transform Vivek into a 6 cost. And that's game over, I believe. No. Wait. 8 and 5, 13. Black Hand can kill himself, and then Tinkering for the win.
The Night Mother will guide us.
Yep. Nicely done, Manic-Jack. And you tinker the heck out of that Vivek.
A hard-fought victory.
Must I do everything myself?
Got a bunch of Ice Storms there. Would take care of everything but the Vivek. Interesting. Oh. You can do it on Vivek, right? Yeah. And Trashcan sees that. And for want of a better option, I am going to bring up the rear, bringing the last game of this video to you using Andy's Covenant deck. I'm not entirely sure what the gist is or what the focus is. I did take a quick look at the deck list. Did not see any hidden machinations there, although certainly...
Greetings.
5 power more. Okay, so he's going to be able to absorb stuff. But Lezra is going to take to the field first. Huzzah!
No, that's not right.
It might be right. It might just be a crappy song, Lezra. You got to face those facts. Maybe you just have a really crappy song that you're trying to sing. That's what I blame it on. It's not the fact that I can't carry a tune. Okay, so we seem to be up against a aggro warrior. I say astutely. Let's see. I want to take that damage off the board. And he looks very unimpressive. He's got nice glowy stuff. Glowy hands, glowy kneecaps, glowy head.
RK Spirit, this day will be mine.
And Denin 88 setting up for a favorable trade there, also getting some card draw. So really a good turn for him.
Did you hear that?
not really a great option here for us. I don't want to break a rune there. Phooey. Sure.
Problems we are going to solve.
If you got a problem, she'll solve it. Check out the hook while the DJ revolves it. So if we see another rapid shot, that's going to be very unfortunate. Ah, crushing blow. Just about as unfortunate. Oh, what fresh hell is this? Okay, plunder. That's going to be dangerous. Luckily, we do have a Shadowfen priest to silence whatever they happen to get. Is he going to break that rune? He is not. Very wise on his part. Sower of Revenge. Great card to have. Great card to be able to play. You get silenced, you get mummified. Wouldn't expect to see mummify in a deck like this, to be honest. But I would expect to see a silence. And he is going to get some benefits from that. Oh, wait. Oh, this is a singleton. Hey-oh. That helps. That helps. We're not going to squish. Not just yet. We don't need to heal for a ton. Oh dear. This is a big one. Oof. And he survives. Should have squished. Should have squished. Alright. Let's see. Choose another creature. Someone is a 1/1. Man, no real good options here. I want to use Shadowfen for whatever comes down next, so we'll just go ahead and use this guy. I don't really need a 1/1 with Ward. He's really just there to try to stop that 6/1 from punching me too hard in the face.
I'll take the vanguard.
Okay. So not playing out.
The spirit of his glamour goes with us.
Mother.
Interesting. Interesting.
I know you're out there.
So want to save the Shadowfen, like I said, for whatever big, ginormous +4/4 Dinin 88 is going to put down. We're kind of waiting on that. And he's just got another one. So, yeah. Another great trade. Puppers goes bye-bye.
Don't leave any of them alive.
I know you're out there. Die, scum.
So now... this is ugly. This is so ugly.
This should help.
Really wanted to save him for... But now Dinin has got 2 cards that are going to come down with all those buffs on there. So we are really hurting against those ancestors. There's the one of them.
Care to join me on the hunt?
Don't leave any of them alive.
Die, scum.
And Rage is not going to do anything for us. We are definitely in trouble here. Definitely in trouble.
You're out there.
Let's see. Duel at top of the world. 3/3. It battles your opponent's most powerful creature. So we can take that out, but I mean, he's got an entire board here. But we took the biggest threat off the board right off the jump there. Mage's Guild Recruit is going to reduce Unstoppable Rage. I think we're totally hosed here, folks. You look at the board that he's got amassed. Those, and yeah, there's another one. Yeah, I think we're just donezo here. You don't see Ancestral Battle Axe very often, but
Don't leave.
And kudos to
any
our
of them
opponent for
alive.
running it, but boy, that really
I know you're out
worked wonders
there.
against our deck.
Worthless
And I don't think
schemer.
Covenant Masterpiece is going to be enough. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, we're just dead from that lane over there, aren't we? Breaks. Not just yet.
By Arcade's beard, stay back.
I mean, we are decidedly dead here.
I know you're out there.
Uh-huh. So let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yup. Oh, Ice Storm, will that... Ice Storm won't even get it done.
Don't leave
How sad
any
is
of them
that?
alive.
Even the Ice Storm
Die, scum.
isn't going to be enough.
Ready to die. The Nords must
And there we go.
take back
Alright,
Skyrim.
so that is the end of the game, and this person's going to spam because they don't know how to win with dignity, but that's okay. We know how to lose with dignity. We just say goodbye, and we move on with our lives. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for those who we got to see play, Denise and Jshadz. I think we got to see one of your games. Yeah, that was like the second game I played, and of course it was a loss. So, yeah. Just anytime I think maybe I should jump into the ladder again, I am reminded it is not a friendly place. It is not for the faint of heart. So I salute all of you who continue to fight on the ladder, continue to fight through season after season, and maintain the fortitude to keep pressing on. I may do so myself, but it's going to be with decks that I am completely comfortable with, and it would be very boring to watch, so I won't bore you with those. Anyway, until next time, in whatever way, shape, or form you can do it, keep playing.